I'm curious what you find in being a Ravens reporter about the organization. I think it's one of the best run organizations in the league. If you're a Ravens fan, you've been a Ravens fan, you've seen them do these kind of savvy moves. What's your impression of the Ravens organization? Is it the best organization in the NFL?
I would say so. And obviously that goes beyond the on-field play. I saw something, maybe it was yesterday or today, that so many organizations across the league would do anything to have the early success. Because again, the Ravens, they came in the league in 96 and they already have 2 Super Bowl championships. Some teams have been in this league for 40, 50 years and haven't had one championship, maybe even haven't gone to the Super Bowl in that time. So the consistent standard of excellence on the field is obviously great, but it goes so far beyond that because we see organizations all the time just have dysfunctional locker rooms or drama every single season, and that just never really happens with the Ravens. Now, they're not perfect. It's of course happened at times, but I think that they have committed so much to their off-field excellence that you know that when you become a member of the Ravens, whether you're a player, a coach, a member of the staff, an executive, that there are standards you have to uphold. And if you don't uphold those standards, you're not going to be a part of the organization anymore. And so they have held that for so long to the point where, I mean, I think that you see the way that I see it is the way that it resonates with veterans, maybe guys who are in the and are looking for one last deal to either chase for a championship or just be a part of a healthy organization. And we've seen that all across the board. I mean, most recently it's guys like Calais Campbell, who obviously is now in Miami, but it's Steve Smith Sr., Anquan Bolden. You can go back and Derek Mason,
Kyle
like
Van Noy this year.
Van Noy's a great one. Jadavian Clowney, who was his running mate last. People think that they're washed up, and they're like, okay, really? How is this guy? This isn't the same ex player this was 8 years ago, 5 years ago. And obviously, I think the Ravens have the right principles in place and the right training programs in place and the right strategies in place. But you don't go to an organization and do that as consistently as the Ravens let that happen in terms of getting guys back to their, not maybe peak of their powers, but back to a really good part of their rotation. If you don't have everything right, which means on the field and off the field, you talked about the Deontay Johnson move, which again, it's like Deontay's not stepping foot in the locker room again, but the Ravens want every single statistical, analytical advantage that they can get, even when it comes to an asset perspective. They want every asset advantage they can have. And so, even because no one was claiming Deontay because he can't play in the postseason anymore because he was cut. But the Ravens say, hey, we traded for him. We have those compensatory rights. Let's go see if some team will sign him to a deal that qualifies for that. And then you feel more comfortable making other moves because you have more draft picks. So Baltimore's been, I think, the standard across the league for many years now. A lot of people acknowledge that. And it's really cool to see how an organization that, again, it's not the longest tenured organization in the NFL, hasn't been there forever, but they've already established such a high level of standard there.